Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Xiao from Beijing, China. The topic I'm going to talk about today is about health management. The way we call it health management is because it is indeed a management issue. For thousands of years, when talking about diseases or getting sick, we normally go to doctors or hospitals naturally, because that's the way we have been doing for thousands of years. But that is also a really big issue that has been puzzling me for a long time, because throughout the world, no matter it's in the United States or in China, the issue is always a tough one. The medical issue. For President Obama and President Hu Jintao, it's the same. I haven't found out a single country that has enough money to pay the medical bills. It is always a headache. Plus, even if you do have enough money, you go to hospital, you cannot find the solution imagined by you. When I say imagined, which means you tried many ways, but most probably in vain. Sometimes your problems will get even worse. So I have been always dreaming of finding out a way that you can treat all the diseases so easily that it's like playing the games. So now I found a new version in my blog. I say, okay, because in Lao Tzu, or the Paidalajin, one of the most classical pieces in China, which says, governing a country like cooking a fish. Now I say, treating the heavy diseases is like playing a game. That really sounds like a big dream. Because how could you imagine you can cure all these diseases so easily and all by yourself at no cost at all? Because first of all, I have to declare I'm not a doctor. So what I'm trying to talk to you or give you today is a kind of idea, a way of health or self-healing method. Because when we're talking about self-healing, that is really something natural. It is not something new. Both Chinese medicine and Western medicine recognize the so-called self-healing power. When I read the Chinese medical Bible, the Paidalajin, what I found out from those pieces of the words, the phrases, is that back, let's say, more than 6 or even longer thousands of years ago, people easily lived more than 100 years. It's a kind of normal life. But now, when we live, let's say we reach 100 years, it's already kind of longevity. So people wonder, is that true? Thousands of years ago, people live, like 120 years. It's like a dream, but that's true. How can we live a shorter life now? That is because, okay, according to my judgment, the humankind fell down morally first. So then their life was also shortened. And people always think this is a kind of legend or kind of 神话. It's not a real story, not real history. But when you look back at the history, both the East and the West have the same story, if we call it story. In the West, if you read the Bible, it got a story about Noah, 方舟怎么说?
Noah, the ark?
Yeah, Noah,
The ark?
the ark. Well, in China, we have another story. That is 女娲补天, a goddess called Nuwa feeding the sky because the water falling down all the way, it's a big flooding all over China's land. So in the west it's the same, it's also a big flood. So how come both the east and the west have the same story? So people somehow, made big mistakes. So their health, their life also kind of lowered. So that's why even our life is shortened now. And we're facing all kinds of diseases. We don't know how to deal with it, big or small. Even the small issues like the neck pain, lower back pain, or the knee pain, those kind of pain issues. Plus we have the hypertension, diabetes, and all sorts of the chronic diseases. That's the fact we're facing daily, either we ourselves or our relatives and the beloved ones. When I look at this, I always think, how come we can spend thousands of dollars without a real solution? The solution, if we ever call it a solution, is the same. That is, you are given all the medical pills. You take it for how long? Can you answer this question? You take the pills until you die. It's a non-stop issue throughout your life. Once you are with the disease, you just take the tablets daily. It's almost like a ritual every day. So at the age of 40, at that time I was already in Hong Kong. I thought, okay, I would love to do something I really enjoy doing. So I was kind of always fascinated by the old classics. So for the Chinese history, you can find so many interesting things. But you do need to find something that is related with our daily life, with everyone. Because in China's so-called culture, you can find many stuffs you enjoy, like Chinese opera, Chinese chess, Chinese painting, Chinese calligraphy. But what really fascinates me is the Chinese medicine. Well, the puzzle is, even for the Chinese medicine, today's so-called traditional Chinese medicine is totally different from the real classical Chinese medicine. When we talk about it, we're using the same word, TCM, traditional Chinese medicine. They're not at all the same. Nowadays, even you ask, let's say you ask 10 Chinese people, what is in your mind Chinese medicine? The normal answer would be the Chinese medicine. That is real medicine. That is all the herbal stuff, the drugs. But if you go back to Huangdi Neijing, the old classical Chinese medicine book, when you come to the healing, the drugs is always used only as the last straw. You never use it at the beginning. The number one issue is to adjust your mind. Or we use the Chinese character heart. But the Chinese way of calling heart, the concept of heart, is different from that of Western medicine. When we say heart, it is not only a physical organ, but more importantly, it's kind of metaphysical system. It's a holistic system. So I would use the mind. So we have to judge your mind first. We have an old saying in Chinese medicine, all diseases, no matter what, no matter skin disease, or hypertension, or tumor problems, where are they from? Who can answer this question? Exactly. It's from nowhere but from your heart or from your mind. When you are troubled, when you are mind, you get confused. Your mind somehow went wrong, all problems will appear. Sometimes I give a special kind of seminar to all the women in the Women's Day. Nowadays, so many women have so-called women's problem, like you got a tumor or breast cancer. So I would ask those questions, always the same question. Ask those ladies, because this is the ladies' problem, right? On your tomb, you got a cancer, you got a in your womb. Yeah, I'm sorry. Then the question is, do you think you have married a man that you really love? You dearly loved? If the answer yes is yes, you will never have this kind of problems. The tumor in your womb or the breast cancer, you will never have that issue. If the answer is no, more or less you will have some problems related with that. So it is always from your heart. You get confused. You get frustrated. You get troubled. When you go home, you're not happy. So this kind of tumor, cancer, will appear naturally, only naturally. So the Chinese way of healing is healing your mind first. That's the number one issue. Number two, use the non-drug methodology to treat the problems. Number three, use the food, all kinds of food, more or less, or how to pick up the food. And in the last, then you use the drugs, unless all the previous ones don't work. So the drug is always used as the last straw. You don't use drug first. But nowadays, even the Chinese medicine always use drug first. So that is a big problem. Actually, I call it's like a missile, because it's so accurate. It's called concentrated pollution or targeted pollution. You see, we're so concerned about our environment, but we're not concerned about our own body. See, when we take all those drugs, it's poison. So we poison ourselves by paying money. See, at the cost, you pollute yourself very accurately. That's really something interesting. So how to avoid that? So when we go back to the old or so-called classical Chinese medicine, we would always go to the heart or mind first. Through a good talk, if this is really good doctor, the diseases, probably half of them is already gone. Then you use the non-drug methodology. I have visited all kinds of traditional practitioners. Yet, at long last, I pick up only two ways. One is stretching, called Paidalajin in Chinese, stretching the tendon. The other is slapping, like this. It's so easy. It's like playing a game. The big issue or question is, does it work? Through thousands of, I don't know, maybe millions of cases now, what I found out is that, number one, it's more efficient, more effective than the mainstream Western medicine and the Chinese medicine. At the beginning, when I treated people, or I teach people to use this method to heal their own treat their own problems, it's all the small issues like the pain problems, the back pain, lower back pain. You just do this, it's gone. It's so easy. It's just like a piece of cake. But then gradually some women come to me. They say, okay, how come the tumors on the breasts are gone, and also the tumors in the womb are gone? I said, I never really treated that. They say, you do. I said, I don't. But they say, you do. Then I found out when they are doing the same thing, all these problems are gone. So then I try some other cases like hypertension and diabetes. Then the result is even more amazing. Normally I would ask them to stop taking all those tablets, all the medicine. Then the result is without taking those medicine, the blood pressure lowered. And those who are with a lower blood pressure get increased. And also for the diabetes problems, normally people are concerned about the sugar level. So also the sugar level are normalized. Then at the beginning, people will question me or challenge me. You only pick up those good examples. What about those who try this ways but don't have any good result? That is an issue. So we're now doing something new. In the past, I think 3 or 4 months, we began to do the workshop. That is to get the people together, living together without, isolating with the outside world. You sleep here, just, doing all things under the construction and the guidance. So by doing so, the results are out, and that is even more amazing. Okay, in our number 1 workshop, actually the good news is not about the hypertension problem, because we didn't have that many. We got 3 people who are deaf. One is, totally deaf, couldn't hear anything for more than 30 years. The other 2 got 1 year, without any hearing at all. So after the 7-day workshop, the 3 of them, all of them, could hear very clearly. So then people say, wow, that's amazing, but there are only 3. They would go like, okay, that we have a Chinese proverb, that is, 瞎猫撞到死耗子. A dead cat catching, or a blind cat.
A blind cat catch a
dead mouse
by accident.
It's just, just an accident, so accidental issue. So while in our next workshop, we got more than 10 people who are deaf. Because they heard about news. They all came here, well, if it really works, that would be amazing. Then, again, it's a 7-day training. The rate of effectiveness is how much? Make a wild guess.
100%.
Yeah, it is 100%. All of them can hear. Plus, we got more and more other problems. Hypertension. Actually, in each workshop, we wish that for every single labeled disease, I call it labeled, that is because it's labeled by Western medicine, like hypertension. Sometimes we've got 5 or 6, it's not so many. But in one workshop, we've got 20. So that's a good number at least to make a reasonable statistics. So 20 hypertension patients. Our requirement is the same. Stop all medicine, no matter what. Hypertension, diabetes, sleeping pills, all tablets, just stop. So for the hypertension, 20 of them, 19 of them became normalized without taking any pills. But one of them not only get lowered, but on the contrary, got increased. So I say, okay, what's the problem? Let's recheck it. Did we make some mistake? Then my students came to me, wow, Mr. Xiao, you didn't look at it carefully. This one has got a lower blood pressure. It's even lower than normal. So that being the case, his blood pressure got increased. So this is really something interesting. You just do the natural healing therapy. Just use this stretching and slapping on your own body. It's like an antivirus software. It just scans your whole body. wherever you got a disease, this software will hook it up automatically. Then they will digest it. I would use the word digest. Maybe the Chinese word is called 化. They say 化痰, 化湿, 化瘀. So we don't use the word cut off or surgery or whatever, tough stuff. So they just easily digest it or melt it. It just disappeared. So that's the way to treat problems. Nowadays, we have finished 11 workshops in Beijing, China. But in Taiwan, we already finished 4. In Taiwan and Taipei, actually, and Beijing, the effectiveness rate are more or less the same. For most of the diseases, close to 100%. But for some, like insomnia, blah, blah, maybe 90% or 95%. But in Taiwan, because I'm interested in diabetes, this is always a big issue. But it's hard to get all these labeled diseases together. So in one of our workshops in Taiwan, we had like 11 diabetes patients. So I was very happy about that. At least we got, a reasonable number of patients with the same problem. So the result is the same. It's 100%. I mean, the effectiveness. All of them, their so-called sugar level or indicator became normalized by what? By doing the stretching, Lajin and the Paidalajin slapping on your body. Of course, you have to stop taking all the medicine, including the what is called
The insulin.
Insulin. Some people will take 4 times or 3 times per day, but we stop all of them. So again, this is really amazing. So in China, in Beijing, nowadays, the Ministry of Health is sending some expertise to study this with all sorts of so-called advanced equipment to study this. And I say, okay, that's your job. You guys just do research. We're more interested in just healing, the healing job. Again, coming back to the healing. It's health, self-healing. It's not like I'm a doctor, you're a patient. No. My dream is pretty much close to that of Bill Gates. Bill Gates' dream is every single family will have a computer. My dream is every family will have a legendary doctor. To be more specific, I want everyone to become a doctor of himself or herself. Is that the kind of faraway dream? No, not at all. So far, I got like about 100 students. Some of them are doctors, either Chinese medicine doctors or Western medicine doctors. Yet, what I found out is that the non-medical backgrounded students, those students without any medical background, are doing much better job than those who are doctors. And one of my students, his name is Liu Mingyou. He's a guy who got the 股骨头坏死. I don't know how to speak in English. That's kind of a...
The lower spinal cord?
Yeah. With the thigh problem, couldn't work, couldn't nail down, that kind of problem. And every single doctor would say, okay, you need a surgery. And then after that, you would, in the rest of your life, you will sit on a wheelchair. But after doing that job only once, he could walk and could nail down. It's like a miracle. And then, he went back to his hometown and he bought 10 benches like this, and he rent a kind of room, and he started his own business. It's called a Lajin workshop or Lajin clinic or whatever you call it. And he has treated hundreds of people with the back pain, lower back pain, insomnia, hypertension, diabetes, and also 肾结石. What is that?
The kidney
Kidney stones. Just simply by doing this, nothing else. And do you know what does he do? What is his profession? He's a shoe seller. I said, how come you change your job doing this? You no longer do your shoe selling business? Oh, he said, okay, this is much more fun. It's just amazing. Just by, let's say, insomnia. Insomnia, he treated like about 20. I said, what's the result? He said, all of them. Not a single one doesn't have any result. It's a really fascinating job. But normally when I do the seminar like this, but this is a really small workshop. When I did this kind of thing in Taiwan, in Malaysia, in Hong Kong, in Beijing, it's always more than 1,000, big audience. What I do, normally I would invite a patient from the audience. Do this right in front of the audience. But for the diabetes and the hypertension patients, it's not so easy to recognize. But for those who are with the pain problems, it's just easy. So, to make things simpler and easier, I would go directly to the demonstration, because when I go on telling you guys all these legendary stories, you think, what am I talking about? Show us something real, okay? So, I'm raising this other question. Who has kind of the pain, at the back or lower back? Let's do it one by one. We got only 2 benches here.
Chris, you were the first one who was asking. Do you want to try? You sure? No, okay.
Okay, we get one more. You pick.
Whoever, just, yeah, okay. Please. Sure.
Okay. No, I would ask the question first. Hi, my name is Song Qi. Yeah. Could you tell us here what kind of problem you have?
I have a rheumatoid arthritis problems. Rheumatoid and prostate.
Oh, by the way, prostate problems. That is a big issue. I have treated like 250 men with prostate problem. Every single one of them has great success. How to judge them? See, they would normally, let's say, get up at night 5 times or 4 times. But after doing this, reduced to 1 time or even none. So.
Okay. I forgot to mention also high blood pressure. High blood pressure.
What about the pain problems here? That'd be easier for them to recognize whether it works or even for yourself.
Pain in the lower back.
You do have that?
Yes, and elbow.
You sure?
Yeah.
You can feel it? You can feel it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because I can't really stand straight without pain.
So even like this, standing, you can feel that kind of discomfort or pain?
Yes, yes.
Did you hear that? Yes. Well, like doing a kind of magic show, huh? Okay, let's try.
He's an ideal patient.
Sit here.
Okay.
Yeah. And why don't you take off your left shoes?
Take off my left shoe?
Yeah. Why don't you? Yeah.
Do you want to start here too, or do you want to have it one by one, Xiao?
One by one. Yeah.
Okay.
You stand there. I will come to you. Lie down, please. Oh, yeah. You do one more thing. You do something like this to show whether we're going to make any progress.
Okay, let's take this one off too.
Yeah. To kind of test first.
Okay. Do stretching?
Yeah.
Well, actually, okay.
Wherever you can reach. Well, not so bad.
Well,
So kneel down here.
I just stretched out before coming here.
Slowly, slowly. See, look at. He has to stand kind of light on his toes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you kneel down or get up, can you feel that kind of discomfort here?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so that is, we want to make some comparison, okay? Okay, sit here, lie down, and put up your leg here.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And then all the way down.
Good.
Okay. 先别弄. Okay. Back here. The reason I'm doing this is kind of diagnosing. Okay. Normally, when you look at people lying down here, you look at the two legs. See? If this is straight, it's okay. Those who are with heavy problems, heavy diseases, they will kind of bend like this. It will not be straight. But here, he looks like straight.
Yes, I exercised before I came.
But even so, this is still a fake. Do you know why? Look at this one. This one, is too high. He is supposed to touch the ground here, but he cannot yet. So let's try here. We look at his expression. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel?
I feel it.
And normally, actually, he's a tough guy. He's very strong-minded, strong-willed. Normally, if you push down here, and people will go and get, kind of bended here. So he's a good guy. He's a good man. So why don't we bend it here? So like that. A little bit under the knee here. So that's the way to do it. It's very simple. So then we have someone to push down here. 把它压一下这个脚。好 tell us, how do you feel now?
Well, I still feel the discomfort, stretching,
Which part?
in my right leg.
What about here?
I don't feel discomfort in the left.
So normally, more people will feel more pain here. But he's something on the contrary. And he, 不要那么大的劲儿 slowly, yeah. And he has more pain here. That means on this thigh, especially the inner side got 3 meridians. That is liver, spleen, and the kidney. So it's, he already mentioned he has got hypertension problem, prostate problems. So when you push down here, the more painful and the discomfort you get here, the more effective it will be. Let's, let him stay here for a few minutes. Then we come to you first.
Okay.
Yeah, there. But within his, bearing limit. Yeah, 这他可以忍受的范围. Hi,
Hi,
my name is Huang Qi.
I'm Sonia.
So Sonia.
Yes.
Okay,
Just ease a little bit.
could you tell us what
Okay. And
kind of problems you have?
Is what it
Low
has to
back
stretch your
pain,
tendons.
Yes.
To the
distance
degree
walking, I
that
can't
everything
do, I can't
flows.
stand for very long.
Can you feel
what I
the-
read.
Yeah,
The pain now?
You did.
Just
You
barely.
did.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about nearly? Is that as far as you can?
I think so.
Try again. Why didn't you come here?
Squat.
So let them.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, good. But when you stand up, can you feel that kind of discomfort at your lower? What about doing this?
In the knees.
In the knees, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So normally when people have the back pain, they are more likely to have the knees pain too. Okay. Then we do here.
Breathe, relax and breathe. Are you okay? Okay.
Why don't you sit here?
Okay.
Yeah. Take off your shoes. Same thing, yeah. Just, yeah, good. No, only one. Okay, back here. Look at here. It's more or less the same thing. Actually, when you look at the leg here, when it's kind of hang up in the sky, most likely this kind of person will also have the lower back problem and the kidney problem. It's almost 100%. It's not 99%. It's 100%. So when I treat the lower back pain, I never really work on the lower back. I just work on the knees and the and legs, then the pain will be gone there. Even for acupuncture, you don't have to put acupuncture on the waist here or lower back. You just do here. It will be excellent. Plus here, okay. When I push down a little bit, how do you feel? Ah, you see? See, really serious problem. I don't think she only has one problem. She will have more than 5 or even 6, 7, 8 problems. You can see now she has the kidney problem too. And also the hypertension, blah, blah. Yeah. You do?
Yes.
Yeah, you see? Actually, we have one more thing to mention here. When I push down here, can you feel the pain here?
And my elbow, and shoulder.
See? Actually, he's okay. But for some people, actually most of the men, when they lie down here, their shoulder is like this, cannot reach the bench. That means they have a frozen shoulder. And this kind of test is very accurate. If you lie down here, and now you can see he's kind of experiencing the pain. Can you feel pain now?
Yes.
And actually, it's kind of sweating, right?
Yes,
You
I
feel the
understand.
warm out of your back?
Yes, I do.
And this is called yang qi shansheng. Yang, we got yin and yang, right? When you do the stretching, all that is happening is your yang qi. The qi, you got yin and yang, right? The yang qi is the warm qi is increasing inside your body.
Even for women too?
Same. So when the yang increases, the yin will decrease. So that's how it works. It's just that simple. How come it can treat so many different kind of problems? It's because everyone has the yin and yang. And all the problems, no matter what name it's labeled, it's all because of the blockage of the meridians. So once you get the yang increased, the meridians will be cleared by the qi. The qi will be moving faster and strongly. So this is how it works.
I'm feeling tingling in my arms.
See the tingling on the arms? When you got pain and the tingling, that means the qi is trying to get through the blocked areas. So your body is like a battlefield. That's how it works. And that's why you feel this kind of stuff. Okay?
He's healing now. He's healing.
Yeah, it is. Healing is already happening. It is both a diagnosing and a healing. Yeah. Let's try the last one. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Maybe 5 minutes for him. Did you count time? Okay. You can slowly get up now. Take your time. Actually has got a lot of sweat. See? Look at his forehead. Yeah. Life isn't easy, huh? See? Just now it was like in the hell. But now, after taking just a few steps forward, I think he will feel the heaven now. How do you feel now?
Feels circulating.
Actually, he's using a very vivid word. It is indeed circulating. What is circulating?
Movement of energy.
That's right. The movement, energy, the qi, and the blood. Normally, the Western medicine will look at the blood only because that is visible. But for the Chinese medicine, they will look at both the visible and the invisible. The visible blood and the invisible qi. So, could you take a few steps forward? Yeah, go ahead. I bet you will feel the difference between the left and the right.
I do.
And
I don't feel the discomfort here. No, I don't have the discomfort in my lower back.
Did you hear that? Let's give a little bit. You see, it's just so simple and so easy. And for him, we did only one leg, and only for 5 minutes. Let's say if we do 2 legs, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or even longer. You go back and check your blood pressure or whatever indicators that can be checked out. You will have the big change.
I look forward to that.
And you see the left and the right leg, one it should be lighter now. You work again.
Yes.
Can you feel that?
My left leg is lighter. Much lighter.
See, because just now it is the left leg that is stretched. So it is just that simple. So the pain is gone. You can feel that, right?
Yes.
It's more comfortable.
Yes. Less pain, more comfortable. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I thank you.
The longer, the better.
But how long would this good condition?
You can ask him. Maybe until tomorrow, maybe a whole month, maybe years. The more you do it, the more comfortable you will be in the rest of your life. Believe me.
That's what I want.
But are you supposed to be doing it constantly, like even on a daily basis, or?
That'll be, of course, even a better plus. Yeah. It's like taking, give you 2 choices. Taking tablets every day and do this every day. Which one do you prefer?
Oh, definitely this.
See?
There's no doubt.
We don't have anything.
And it's
Just
not-
so naturally done by himself.
I was just going to say.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay, that's okay. We can let her get up.
No.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so that's what
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Well, tough job.
Yes, lots of things wrong.
Well, I know I tell you this way. For every single person, it is almost the most difficult time for the first time, if you do it for the first time. But as time goes by, the more you do it, the more easily you will do it. The more painful at the beginning, but the less painful in the future. The more you do it, less pain. Yeah. So can you take a few steps of work? Feel the difference of the right and left leg and thigh. Yeah, just walk.
Okay.
Actually, some people will feel one leg is longer, the other is shorter.
Okay.
So, how do you feel now?
Better. A lot better.
What is better?
My legs and knees.
See, legs and knees much better. More comfortable, less pain.
Less pain.
See, it's all the same. Okay, let's. So, I know many people have questions. So why don't we take? Huh?
Can we take another one?
Oh, sure. Now, while we take another one, then we also answer questions. Okay?
Do you have to have an assistant? Do you have to have someone to assist you to push the leg down?
Normally, if you put a kind of a sandbag to make it heavier, which is easily available in the Kmart or some sporting shops, you put it there. Here. That will be more effective. Yeah. Okay. What's your problem?
The problem, if I sit too long and then when I get up, I couldn't get my back straight.
Can you feel it now?
Can I start?
Hmm?
Can I?
Can you feel that kind of discomfort or pain now?
No, because I stand for a while.
Mm-hmm.
No.
But how can we tell the difference whether you make any improvement or not? Can you feel? I mean, after doing this.
I guess it's more challenge for you.
So you should stand a little bit while more. So
You find it. I'll listen to you since you're the expert.
Tomorrow she will tell.
Not even I stand, I already feel here is very tight.
but you can already feel tight. Okay. At least it feels tight. The reason I'm always asking this very accurately is to show you guys more clearly how she feels now and how she will feel after doing this. So we have to be more specific. Okay, at least the stiff is there. Okay, let's try. If after doing this feels kind of more relaxed, Okay, we can get one more here. Any volunteer? Okay. What's your problem? Okay. Also lower back. Can you feel now?
Yeah, definitely.
Tell them clearly.
Definitely, I can feel that now. Yeah.
Even now, okay. Let's do it. See, well, look at this. Normally, we seldom find ladies like this. Why? Because they're normally more kind of softer than men. But for men, you look at this, it's very normal. So that means her lower back pain is really serious. Yeah, it's not. But also the shoulders, look at here. Obviously, what do you call this?
Frozen shoulder.
Yeah, frozen shoulders. See? If just like push a little bit, see? See? How do you heal this? It's also simple. You just do this. Or if you want to make it more, effectively, you can take something heavier here, either a kind of dictionary or encyclopedia or something. Yeah, heavier to just. But that will of course be a little bit more painful. But no pains, no gains. Exactly, it can be used here. And look at here. Ooh. 还要过来的。How do you judge whether this works or not? You just look at the expression. The more suffering or painful it looks, the more effective it is. If somebody lies here, very comfortable, even singing a song, that means it doesn't work. So you should feel the discomfort, the tight, and the pain a little bit. But more painful, we got already one lady and one gentleman tried. After the pain, it's all comfort. So some ladies, I tried so many old ladies in their 70s, 80s, even 90s. They said, "Oh, I would never do the other side. Let me get up." And they get up. They take a few steps. Then they say, "Can I do the other one?" So you try it at home, you will feel the difference, especially for those really, really seriously sick. But actually, we're having, the people who are only slightly sick. Some people come up, come in the wheelchair. Then they can, go without the chair at all. Ah. Okay. She is enjoying life here, huh? With a big smiling. That means we have to push